This summer, new art is popping up in some unlikely places. 3 buildings recently used for retailing clothing and home decor in Manchester have been temporarily converted to exhibit space for area artists. Visitors to the former Covey & Nye shop in Manchester Village, the former Overland Outfitters store next to the roundabout, and the Yankee Candle store in Manchester Depot will have a chance to check out some home furnishings, giftware, paintings, glassware, and other kinds of artwork throughout the summer. Marie Garay is the Community Relations Manager for Mountain Media, which publishes Stratton Magazine and Manchester Life, and which is helping coordinate Art Manchester, as the pop-up gallery project is known. They are part of a group of businesses which include the Southern Vermont Art Center, Manchester Designer Outlets, and Coda & Coda. She described the idea while at the former Covey & Nye location at the Equinox Shops.
Art Manchester started as an idea to help fill the vacant space in some of the commercial buildings in town. We are in a transition stage in town, and we decided it would be a nice addition to use the space for artisans in the local area. As it turned out, we have quite a few artists from throughout Vermont. And in this building right here, there are 17 artisans from the Vermont Guild of Furniture Makers, and they're from Wilmington to Essex to Washington County, over by the Connecticut River, as well as there are 3 local artisans here, one from Dorset, one from Arlington, and one from Danby. So it is a nice mix of people from the state. Between the 3 locations, in this location we're in right now, there are 27 artisans. And then we have the Glass Guild in another location, which are probably 10 to 12 artisans, and the Art Center membership is about 10 artisans. So looking at maybe 47 to 50 altogether. So in addition to the furniture makers who are in this space, we have a collective of artists from the Medowee Valley. There are 10 artists here from the valley that have different mediums. Some are potters, some are painters, there's a photographer, there's a jewelry maker, and so it's a nice group of artisans from the valley. They are now calling themselves the Medowee Makers. They've actually made themselves into a group. And then the other partnership in this endeavor are the building owners themselves. So we have Manchester Designer Outlets, Lana Halbin, and Connecticut River Capital, who has donated this space that we're in right now.
Downtown, near the roundabout, the Southern Vermont Arts Center is filling up the former Overland Outfitters with art from 5 of its members. Donna Mara Friedman is one of them.
I'm a member at the Southern Vermont Art Center, and so they contacted and let me know that this was available. And I thought, this is perfect. There should be much more art in Manchester. I happen to do semi-abstract oil and encaustic work, as you're seeing here. And it's something that I've been doing for years. I've been an oil painter and encaustic work for the last 7 years. And it has led me into this more semi-abstract vision that I see. It's all based, in my view, it's all based on landscape, which I used to do landscape painting, but now I just do a more emotional kind of response to landscape. I love the landscape. I love, in this one, say, the textural fields that I see. I just want them to be all about texture and color, and so to me that's my textural fields, which I call field tapestry.
Ken Erling is another one of the SVAC artists who are not only exhibitors, but also staff the locations, giving customers an in-depth view of their art.
I paint in oils. These are my oil paintings. I focus on scenes of Vermont, a lot of ski scenes. I enjoy ski paintings. I also paint some ocean scenes, the Jersey Shore. I've been in Vermont for a long time and a member of the Southern Vermont Art Center for a long time. And I've done really well there. I love the people, I love the atmosphere. And when this opportunity came along, it was hard to say no. No, I had a pop shop opportunity with the Stratton Magazine last October at Stratton in the Village, and it was very successful and a lot of fun, a lot of work, and I met a lot of nice people, and I obviously sold a lot of nice paintings. So the paintings are now hanging around, and they have been at the various homes and places in the area.
Down in the depot, the Vermont Glass Guild has set up shop with several of its artists exhibiting their work at the former Yankee Candle building. Alexandra Raptis gave an overview of what visitors can expect to see there.
Sure, so they're going to find pieces from the Vermont Glass Guild, and this is a cooperative of glass artists. You have mostly furnace-worked pieces here, as well as some stained glass and fused pieces. So yeah, as you look around the gallery here you'll see a wide variety of forms, some functional, some sculptural.
The idea for using currently vacant stores for art exhibit space seemed like a good one, said Lana Halbin of Manchester Designer Outlets, after being approached by Carolyn Blitz of Mountain Media.
She called me up and she said, you know, I have a name for it. It's going to be Art Manchester. And I said, fantastic. I thought it was a great name, like Art Basel. And she was working with the Southern Vermont Art Center. And the whole idea was to give artists and artisans an opportunity to have some exposure in the center of town. And since I had, the ability to make that happen, I agreed to give, to sort of donate a couple of buildings for the summer to the cause. Mm-hmm. And we hope that, people will be interested in it, and I think they are. I did see people going in and out of the buildings this weekend. Art is always big, I've always really wanted to see art on the streets. I've always wanted to see a big art festival like they do in Greenwich Village every year, and this was kind of maybe a start in that direction.
Art Manchester is scheduled to run through the summer until Labor Day weekend. For the GNET TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.